FOURce! It's FOURce, YouTube toy collector team vlogging to save the day. FOURce! Nostalgic vintage toy heroes.
FOURce is the codename of 4 daring, middle-aged, highly obsessed toy vloggers. Its purpose? To bring toy reviews and nostalgia to YouTube, a video sharing website that allows users to upload, view, share and comment. Hi, I'm Rudy Zissou, and time is a healer. Here we have G1 Ironhide. So, as a kid, do you know what? I didn't like Ironhide. I didn't like Ratchet. And it's basically for 2 reasons. I just didn't like the character at all, and I didn't like the toy. I didn't like the character because I just felt he was an absolute buffoon. He was really oafish, and I like the idea of the old soldier, you know, the war veteran, but I feel that Cup portrayed that character so much better and so much more interesting than Ironhide. As I said, he just, in some ways, he was a bit of a joke. And to be honest, I wasn't even annoyed or bothered when they got killed on the spaceship and the movie. You know, that's, for some people, that's a really horrific scene as a child, and it is especially for Prowl. I really like the character of Prowl, and seeing him internally combust and all the smoke and fire come out of his eyes and his mouth, that's quite horrific imagery. But in terms of Ratchet and Ironhide, I didn't care that they got destroyed. And the other thing is I didn't like the toy, and I got the box here just to show the artwork of what the art of the toy looks like, and it looks nothing like Ironhide on the screen, and neither did the toy. And I saw the toy in catalogues, and Kids in School had Ratchet and Ironhide. But as I said, time's a healer, and now I dig this toy, and I dig the character because they gave it a brand new bio when it was released through eHobby. And as you can see, this is the Protect Black Ironhide from, I think it's 2008, from eHobby, and they did give him a new bio, and the bio explains that he acquired his protective black coating to disguise himself from both Decepticons and the criminal underworld, which better allowed him to do his job as Optimus Prime's bodyguard. So that now has created, in some ways, a more interesting character for me to enjoy and like Ironhide. I'm still probably never going to like the red Ironhide, but now that he's in black with the brand new bio, it's super cool, and I absolutely dig the toy. So let it escape from the plastic prison and show you both the alt mode and the robot mode. And here is Ironhide in his alt mode, and you can see the black deco with yellow and red striped flash, and you cannot fault the Diaclone molds that the Transformers used when they were brought over to Europe and America. And it's, when eHobby released this, you know, they said it was a homage to the Diaclone Nissan Cherry Vanette, which, you know, became Ironhide. And I just think it's a super cool deco in black and red. In some ways it does 2 things. It's Ironhide and it's the Diaclone, because they added the rub symbol and they added stickers for you to attach to make it look as an Autobot. And just, maybe I was a little bit harsh at the start. As a kid, I did like the alt mode, and playing it in the playground with, you know, I had Wheeljack as a kid and Drax and a few others, and you swap, don't you? You swap toys with each other and playing, and I would have memories of just not putting it into robot mode because I didn't like it, but obviously playing it with it as its car mode. And one of the joys of the Diaclone is that it's all, the sled is all inside, and I love stuff like that now as an adult collector. It really, I can appreciate toys in a very different way to being an adult as compared to a kid. And just as a cool van, I enjoy it. But here's where the magic happens. It transforms with such ease. God, I love G1 engineering. It's so much fun. Oh, let's just transform it. I'd rather let the toy do the talking, I guess. So you just pop off the top that forms the cab. I'll come back to that in a bit. And you want to bring the feet down. Bring out the arms. Pop them to the side. And then lift up the head. Oh, I've just realised I'm back to front, obviously. Me and transforming on screen, it's still not getting any better, is it? Oh well. Even with the G1, it's like I don't know what I'm doing. And there we have G1 Ironhide. And as a kid, I can see why I didn't like it. It doesn't look, does it? It doesn't look like his counterpart on the screen because he's got no head. There should be a head on the top. And subsequently, you know, they have released add-on kits, but I've always had that thought of, when you buy a toy, in some ways you shouldn't really need to buy an add-on kit to make it more. It's a thing that I've struggled with Hasbro in subsequent releases in the past couple of years, especially with like Combiner Wars, when you'd go to another third-party company to buy fists and feet and a bigger chest plate and a cab for Devastators, Mixmaster, and you know, they made heads for Ratchet and Ironhide, which is kind of cool. And if you're, you know, if that's your thing, getting that pure screen accuracy, but still the rest of him doesn't look like his screen self. But as I said, time's a healer, and I think it's super cool because I know that it's now a mech. From learning all about Diaclone and where they came from, that, you know, there was drivers that sat inside the chairs, but you can see there, I don't know if my camera will pick it up, there is a face that goes, a stickered face that goes on there. But I love this colour scheme of the red and the black and the sticker decals. I just think it's super awesome. Once again, it's a review, I guess, of me just saying how awesome toys are. Again. And they are. I'm not coming across a bad toy as of late. And again, this is no exception. This is why time's a healer, because I appreciate this toy a hell of a lot more now, being an adult collector, than a child. If you already love the character and you loved it as a kid, you're already winning. But now I'm there and I'm with you. So that is the robot mode. And onto the sled, or I guess maybe it's an artillery platform. I've never really known what to call it, but here it is. And again, G1 engineering, it's so much fun and so easy that you just pop the tracks out, bring them down, separate in the middle, bring down the back, which now becomes the front, and you just bring up the cannon. Then obviously you can attach a missile inside and obviously it comes with a slew of, it comes with like 3 missiles and a blaster, an ion cannon, a gun, whatever you wish to choose the function of that weapon. And there we have the artillery platform, or you know, the base mode, whichever you want to call it. And then obviously Ironhide can stand atop. So let me grab Ironhide. And there we have Ironhide sitting atop the artillery platform, which eHobby changed or rewrote with the bio when they spoke about his protective black coating. They now named this the Marauder mode. So I've got to tell you, time's a healer, and from what they've done to Ironhide, creating, you know, a little backstory of becoming Optimus Prime's bodyguard and giving him his protective black coating and a Marauder mode, it's just made me fall in love with the character of Ironhide. It's a phenomenal toy. It's a great addition to the character. What eHobby do is so cool, and I like that they didn't just create a brand new character, you know, with the same molds as Clampdown and sort of Deep Cover, the Sideswipe and Sunstreaker. You know, they created new characters, whereas this, they just embellished on an older character and just developed it even further. And for me, it's incredible. I absolutely adore it. So that has been the 2008 eHobby Protect Black Ironhide. You heard in the video that I changed my mind over a toy from my childhood as the years have progressed. Take the time to reflect back on something from your childhood, whether it be a toy or not. You never know, your perception may have changed also. So now you know, and knowing is half the battle.